A battle between the newly formed country, the Confederates, have fought in a battle against the Union in Bull Run, Virginia. This battle occurred due to General McDowell's campaign attempt with the 90-day volunteer army on capturing the Confederate capital in Richmond, and Lincoln being pressured to take action on the Confederate army in Virginia. General McDowell's army consisted of 35,000 men. At the head of the Shenandoah Valley stood General Robert Patterson, a veteran of the War of 1812 with nearly 18,000 men. The Confederate Army in command by General Beauregard were defending the railroad junction at Manassas behind Bull Run Creek west of Centerville. General Beauregard's army consisted of 25,000 men. They were also unequally trained as General McDowell's army. On July 16th, Abraham Lincoln ordered advancements to the south, moving from Centerville and then Manassas Junction to force a separation between both armies. On the date of July 17, 1861, in the face of the Union advance, Beauregard informed Confederate President Jefferson Davis that the enemy had assailed my outposts in heavy force, and that he had fallen back on the line of Bull Run. Word went out by telegraph to Johnston that the anticipated Union advance had begun. Johnston agreed to shift his forces to Manassas. Then, on July 17th, Union General Daniel Tyler advanced through Centreville to test the Confederate defenses, resulting in a skirmish and changing McDowell's plans. His plan is to attack the north or left end of Beauregard's line, which will take 3 days to implement. Meanwhile, Beauregard received news that Johnston would be arriving by rail. Initially planned to pin McDowell in place at Blackburn's Ford, while Johnston worked his way around the Union right. The Confederates' plan was to concentrate forces at Blackburn's Ford, receive the Union attack, and then rush troops across Bull Run and push into Centerville, cutting McDowell's line of retreat. Another Confederate army, run by Joseph E. Johnston and his 11,000 Confederates, arrived at Bull Run by July 20th. Due to how the Manassas Gap Railroad gave the Confederates an advantage because it connected Beauregard with the 11,000 Confederates of the Army of the Shenandoah under General Joseph E. Johnston in the Shenandoah Valley. It is the first time in history that troops have been transported to the battlefield by train. On July 21st, the Battle of Bull Run occurred. A Confederate colonel named Nathan Shanks Evans was positioned at Stone Bridge, and Union General Daniel Tyler and another division crossed at Sedley Ford, attacking the Confederates at the Stone Bridge at 6 o'clock for an hour. Eventually, the brigades from Bernardy and Francis Bartow moved from Henry House Hill to Matthews Hill. The Confederate forces were driven back to Henry House Hill, forming defensive lines near Judith Henry, a willow, and Virginia regiments assembled under Colonel Thomas J. Jackson. General McDowell moved more divisions across Bull Run and occupies Chin Ridge, west of Henry Hill, for more artillery and infantry. As the fight began to erupt due to the early stages of the war, uniforms and flags had similar display, causing some friendly fire in this battle. Bernardy encouraged his brigade to rally with Colonel Jackson, who was, quote, standing like a stone wall. In this battle between the Union and the Confederates, Bernardy, Judith Henry, and Bartow were to seize them on fire. Confederate reinforcements under Colonel Jubal Early attacked the Union right flank on Chin Ridge, allowing Stonewall Jackson and his brigade to push the Union infantry, leading to the Union retreat and a Confederate victory. On July 21st, civilians rode to Centerville, Virginia, and even senators to witness a predicted Union victory, but they lost this battle and retreated. Michigan Senator Zachariah Chandler tried to block the road to stop the retreat. Senator Ben Wade of Ohio threatened soldier who ran. Iowa Senator James Grimes barely avoided capture and vowed never to go near another battlefield. Only one member of Congress, New Year's Representative Alfred Ely, made it to Richmond that day as a prisoner of war. This defeat represented how the American Civil War would last longer than 90 days. This current is the first major battle of the Civil War, being named the Battle of Bull Run by the North or the Battle of Manassas from the South. This battle resulted into a Confederacy victory lasting from July 16th, 1861 to July 21st, 1861. This battle had casualties for the Union, consisting of 2,896 killed, 1,124 wounded, and 1,312 missing, captured, or of other reason. The Confederates faced casualties of 1,982 killed, 1,582 wounded, and 13 missing, captured, or other reasons.